Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. April 2022. A month unique in itself, a month where the energies are shifting like never before. If we talk about 9 planets, Moon is the fastest planet. It hardly stays in a zodiac sign for 2 to 2.5 days. And on the contrary, Saturn is the slowest. It continues in a zodiac sign for 2.5 years. You see that apart from Moon, you have Mercury and Venus, which transits usually in a zodiac sign for less than a month. Sun for 1 month. Mars for about 1.5 months, or sometimes more than that. Jupiter for 1 year. Rahu and Ketu for 1.5 years each. Out of this, the transit of Rahu, Ketu, Jupiter and Saturn, especially the transit of Jupiter and Saturn, changes Yuga. It creates a cycle that continues for say 100, 200, 500 years. It creates a dynamic shift in humanity. It creates a generational leap. And the planets which are much faster affects day-to-day life, affects your finances, creates variations in the transit effects created by the slower planets. But what if in 1 month there's so much of variation that it creates instability? April starts with close proximity of Saturn and Mars going hand in hand in the sign of Capricorn, while Venus has just moved into Aquarius a day before on 31st of March. Not far. Moon, as we know, will continue moving around the 12 zodiac signs. So Moon is chanchal, Moon is in flow, Moon is in motion. Moving to 7th of April, you have a transit of Mars in the sign of Aquarius, and you have Mars, Venus and Jupiter from 7th of April. On 12th of April, you have the transit of Rahu and Ketu from Taurus to Aries. It's an axis movement, one of the most important shift for 2022. The very next day, on 13th of April, you have Jupiter moving out from Aquarius, going into the 4th pada of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra in the sign of Pisces, in the zodiac of Pisces. And Jupiter enters its own zodiac sign. And now you have Jupiter, Sun and Mercury conjunction on around 13th of April. The very next day, the Sun, which is in the Gandanta of Revati, crosses the Gandanta and reaches the Aries zodiac sign. Sun gets exalted. There is exaltation. There is Gandanta crossover. There is a planet going in its own house. There is a planet leaving the exaltation. There is a planet coming into contradiction, Jupiter and Venus. While Rahu and Ketu is there to create ambition, and Ketu wants you to choose a side. Too many energy shift. Not only that, if you keep moving in the month of April, around 27th of April, Venus will become exalted. It will leave the zodiac sign of Aquarius and will move into Pisces. And now you have Jupiter and Venus conjunction once again. And the last planet, Saturn, which usually do not shift. The zodiac shift, the zodiac crossover itself is a big deal for humanity, also changes zodiac sign on 29th of April from Capricorn to Aquarius. All 9 planets shifting zodiacs in 1 month. This is highly unstable time. This is a time where understanding this energy is so complex that sometimes you cannot do anything about it. And at that time, you should always focus on the planet Saturn, because Saturn is the natural 10th and 11th lord, the kark of karma and karma phal. Because horoscope is an output of your own karma, if you follow the path of karma, you will be all right. On one hand, you have Rahu and Sun conjunction in the sign of Aries for the second half of April. On the other hand, you have Jupiter in its own house and Saturn coming into the Moola Trikona zodiac, its Mool Trikona zodiac of Aquarius. This is highly positive time as well as highly negative time. Control your ego. This is a time when lot of changes will happen, personality changes will happen. Not necessarily things will be visible to you, but this is the trigger for humanity. In February end, we had 5 planets in Capricorn, 2 in the Aquarius, so 7 major planets in Saturnian zodiac, and now you have in April so many planets taking shape, and this is like it is getting restructured. A complete reorganization and reshuffling of the planetary cabinet is happening, and this is going to impact humanity in a great way. The message in this video is, watch out for the energies of the planet. Do not take any major decision in this month. Let the time pass, let the planet pass, let the planetary energy, let the planets move, let the planets settle where they are going, and then you decide. April should be the month where you should be extra careful about everything about your life. No risk. Sudden changes might come and you will have to mitigate those changes. Be ready for some sudden event, maybe positive, maybe negative, depends on your chart. But April is a month where you should be alert and you should be ready to receive the blessings of the planet. So raise your vibrations, raise your awareness, raise your spiritual status in your life, and you can do this by constant practice and constant prayer. Discipline will help Saturn understand your nature better, and you will understand Saturn better. On the other hand, Jupiter in Pisces shows if you are helpful, if your mind and consciousness is expanding, you will be able to absorb all the energies. Otherwise, it's like fitting too many energies in one brain. It will create tension, confusion, illusion, and that can result in negative scenario. The best way to handle this is pray to Bhagwan Mahavishnu and chant Om Namah Shivaya. Balancing the spiritual and material side is necessary. Buying a property or investing heavily in this month is not a good idea. April might be a month of chaos, but it is also a month where a lot of benefic planets are coming into picture, and you can extract the maximum out of it. But to extract so much of push and pull, there's such a tug of war, so many variables coming into picture. At that time, you should wait for things to settle down and then you decide. Once the planet settle down, the vision will be much clearer, the role of each planet will be much clearer, and that's the right way to handle April 2022. Pray, be humble, be guided, and be aligned with the cosmos. So guys, that was a small message I wanted to give. Nothing special in this video, just an information which I wanted to share about the transits. I hope you like this video, and if you like, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. For consultations, please drop me an email. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, this is your host Puneet. Namaste.